Hallelujah. Abakare, Mama Daura, Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nandi bu onyedu Ipob. Omeri woneri zu mbiro ya. Abakare Mama Daura. Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python. Mama Daura, Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nandi bu onyedu Ipob. Omeri woneri zu mbiro ya. Abakare Mama Daura. Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three.
It doesn't know money. Igazenuni mamba o. Chani no kezira nyofuma. Ega ofande dinocha. Wanda biga ofande disoji. Igazenuni anarue. Umibo nani soni anaro. Mbo wale kiri kwa ekiri. Mbo wale nene kwa nyenene. Awusana tajira nyanyene. Yoro bale wasala jiwe wadem. Kero makani fulani. Ndezi ziwewe batobo. Ndana zozi kwi hanyazo. Ndana zozi kwa banyazo. Mwiwe kene munu. Joba juju, astingi joba juju, the person and the behama, joba juju, my people joba juju, astingi joba juju, I son and the behama, oh, you better keep quiet, oh, you better keep quiet, kitty wonder. Kiri mbore nere kwajere oji fekata wonyakia akaloye wande binugo mata ge woro ni fia inugo ani so andiki be hamma asingi juba juju person andiki be hamma asingi juba juju the person andiki be hamma mbo are nene kwa nene mbo are kiri kwa ye kiri oni seke nangi nugo oni seke nangi o ega chika kwanka wannem jere jawaga dirikima ina bana wa mega naru
murderous tendencies of the Fulani Janjaweed. But here we must do so. But first of all, let us pray. And I will pray in the language of heaven, the oldest language on the face of this very earth. Ezenye wanyi na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, eze ndị nsọ. Onye anyị na-aja mma wee na-eto wee na-agọzi aha nsọ ya mgbe niile. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya nwee ike niile. Onye sitere n'okwu ọnụ ya sọsọ wee kee ihe niile bụ ihe kere eke n'ụbọchị nke taa. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ usu niile nke ndị agha. Chineke nna nke ụmụ ogbenye. Chineke nna nke ndị Biafra. Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile. Onye anyị na-aja mma. Onye ndị mmụọ ozi na-efe. Onye mmụọ na-erubere isi. Onye mmadụ dabere n'ahụ ya. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya ka ndị okenye na-atụ mkpọ ọlaedo na mmasị n'ọdị nsọ. Ndị Igbo otu ga-ebighị ebi. N'ihi na eboghị mmadụ eboghị mmụọ ịbụ Chineke nna. Ọ bụ naanị gị ka anyị na-akpọ ka anyị nwee iche ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọ bụ aha gị ka anyị ji aba mba were n'anya isi. Ihe niile nke anyị bụ n'ụbọchị nke taa bụ site na amara gị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna. O nweghị onye ọzọ ewezuga gị Chineke. Anyị wee na-ekele gị na-asị gị biko bịa ọsọ ọsọ na ndị na-abatawa ụmụ gị n'ime. Ndị ekworo karịrị akarị n'ime anyị. Nna nke ebere dị ngọzi. Were amara gị na ebere gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị gị. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị ka iwe mee ngwa ngwa n'ihe na Fulani abatawo anyị ime. Ma ọsọ ọsọ gị onwe gị bụ eze ebube dị ngọzi ka iwe zọpụta ndị gị. Ndị niile kuniri si na ha bụ ndị iro Biafra. Ndị niile ka ha rabụ ndị kuniri wee na-agba anyị mgba. Ka ha bụ ndị pụtara na nna nke ebere dị ngọzi si na Biafra agaghị adị, ndị dị etu agaghị adị onye nwe m. Ihe ga-abụ nke ha. Ọgbọ aghara ga-anọ n'etiti ụtụtụ ehihie abalị. Mkpụrụ obi ha agaghị enwe ezumike. Ị ga-achụghachi ha azụ n'ihere nke onwe ha. Ha niile bụ ndị kuniri wee na-akpagbu Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke nna. Ị ga-ala ha niile n'iyi. N'ihi na okwu ibu ihe na amen.
anyị wee na-asị ma leta anyị onwe anyị nna nke berede ngọzi anyị onwe anyị bụ ụmụ gị ndị na-anya isi n'aha nsọ gị bụ ndị na-emere ọgọ onye nwe m bụ ndị na-achọ iru gị mgbe niile bụ ndị sitere n'aha ha na-abụ ụmụ ha wee na-enye aha nsọ gị otuto anyị onwe anyị bụ ndị nwe ezi ịhụnanya ebe nzọpụta gị nakwa emere mgbe anyị na-asị na nke dị so na anyị ga-ebuli aha nsọ gị elu Chineke nke igwe anyị ga-aja gị mma onye ka eluigwe n'ụwa anyị ga-akpụ isi ala nye gị anyị bụ ụmụ ogbenye onye nwe m o nweghị ihe ọ bụla nke anyị bụ n'iru gị n'ihi na ọ bụ anọkpa ahụ ka anyị bụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ kama na okwu nsọ gị na-anọgide ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi ihere pụrụ ime mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngọzi kama ị gaghị ekwe ka ihere wee mee okwu nsọ nke gị n'ihi na ọ bụ okwu ka iji wee ka eluigwe maka elu ụwa okwu nke i kwuru nkwa nke ị kwuru anyị okwu ọgba ndụ nke i kwuru n'isi anyị eze ebube dị ngọzi ga-abịarịrị na mmezu na Biafra ga-abịarịrị na nke ebere ị ga-emere anyị amara gị n'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye enyemaka naanị gị bụ onye nzọpụta ọ bụ naanị gị ka a na-etu Elohim Adonai El Shaddai onye dị nsọ ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi nara ekele otuto nsọpụrụ ịja mma site n'ebighị ma ruo n'ebighị ebi ka a na-arịọ gị ise ise ise.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Ipob one family. Ipob one family. One family. Ipob. I'll say good morning and good afternoon and good evening, depending on your time zone. My name is Mazi Ezumeze, aka Nwekwensu. I'm here on studio with our senior comrade from South Africa. He will introduce himself. But before then, let me appreciate Biafrans and acknowledge Biafran for your resolute and for your steadfast. Biafrans, I will say, I give you the salute. Your Biafra is our destiny. Either Biafra or nothing. Ekene m nwoke ka wee kene nwaanyị wee na-asụ nke onye chi na-aze. You all have seen today's topic. And in IPOB, we disagree to agree. And every program in IPOB is to educate us more. That is the most important. But before we proceed, I will give my comrade a microphone to introduce himself to Biafrans. Mazi, please, over to you.
Thank you, Mazi. Am I coming out?
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear. Okay. Mazi Ezumezu, thank you so much. It has been a long time I appear on your program, and I'm so happy and privileged to be here today. Even though the topic is going to look like opposition to opposition, but like you already said, it's a means of educating ourselves. We disagree to agree. So that is what the struggle is all about in the first place. So, fellow Biafrans, I welcome you guys to this wonderful program that we're about to kickstart this evening. As you already know, my name is Mazi Onyebuchi. Mazi Onyebuchi is the Parklands Unit Coordinator and also a host to IPOB Western Cape South African media. We are doing our best to educate our people because our leader said, if you know what you can do for Biafra to come, do it. So I thank you for listening to us. Please share this program and like this program. It will be very, very important that you do so that other people may see us and join us. Thank you. Mazi, over to you.
Yeah. Ndewo, Mazi. Mazi, like you said, no, it's not looking like opposition. No. Because I know you too well that you are 100% for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for the IPOB. So if we are having different view on a subject, it didn't make us an opposition. No, it didn't make us an opposition. The reason why I asked you for this debate is because I have a couple of calls from South Africa, and they asked me similar this topic we want to treat today, and I tell them, and they all agree on my own view. So, but I see it that we still need to come out open so that people that having the kind of your mindset or my mindset, we may learn one or two things. So it's not like opposition. We are one family, and I know you are hardcore of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's why we call you Mr. Code of Conduct. So we know that, Mazi. And Biafrans, please share this program and like. It's very important. Is to educate us. And if there's anyone who wants to come in the middle, we are talking, you are gladly welcome. But one thing, your camera must be open. I don't put on phone numbers to call. That is my own rule. I have a little space. So in my little page, I'm in charge. I control. So, Mazi, I can so much, Mazi, our topic, like I said, is to educate ourselves. And I would like to bring the flyer up once more, so people will able to see the capture. Yeah, this is the flyer up, and I say interactive debates on MK's letter from Barrister Lawyer Jamako. So this is what we are going to treat today, Biafrans. And as you all know, in my program, I welcome constructive arguments or maybe whatever view or whatever point you want to prove, but you don't have to insult. When you insult, I come across the message, I block you. In as much I demanded people should share my program and like my program. If you go against my rules, I block you because my program is not a popular demand. I always say it. So if you want to contribute, you are welcome, but you don't need to insult to make your point. When you insult, I'm going to block you straight ahead. So Mazi, you are welcome once more, Mazi. Yeah. So Mazi, you have introduced yourself as an IPOB member and a coordinator from Cape Town, South Africa. You know, and Mazi, this debate, you're also entitled to ask me questions, please, okay? As we are going. So now, Mazi, tell Biafrans, what makes someone become an IPOB member? Over to you, Mazi.
Thank you. If I understood your question very well, you want me to tell your friends what makes you IPOB member? Is that what you mean?
Yes,
Mazi. Okay. First and foremost, IPOB simply means Indigenous People of Biafra. So, but we have IPOB as organization fighting, that is, people fighting to restore Biafra. So it becomes an organization now for a particular people. And how do you become a member? You must pass through oath. The only price you pay, if it is at all, is when you take your oath of allegiance to Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu on the struggle for the nation of Biafra. That is what made you, or rather, what makes you an IPOB member. Thank you.
Okay. So, Mazi, can you still dig more about Code of Conduct of IPOB? What it said about the chain of command?
Okay. In IPOB operates on chain of command and control, which starts from the Supreme Leader's office, Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu, down to Deputy and Director of State, and finally to the Unit Coordinator, which is the last structure in the IPOB chain of command. And it simply means that the order of the Supreme Leader is final and is not questionable, whether it affects you positively or negatively. Immediately he gives an order, that order must be followed. That is how the chain of command works. So his order is applicable to all other structures. Then coming down from him to the deputy leader, which also is on the highest level of the hierarchy after the Supreme Leader's office. He only takes order from our leader, no one else. And coming down from him to DOS, DOS cannot give order to deputy IPOB leader, neither can they give order to our supreme leader. They can only give order to those beneath their structure. So that is how it is in IPOB chain of command. Thank you.
Yeah, Mazinde, well, thank you so much for explaining, because the reason why I asked you this question, I want those who are not member of IPOB to understand how IPOB works. That we have a supreme leader, Mazin Nande Kano, and whatever he says is final, and his statement or his discussion become law. So thank you very much, Mazi, for letting us know and for letting those who is watching this program to know, and those who will watch this later. Thank you very much, Mazi. So Mazi, now, Mazi, there is the letter that make us to be here. The letter from Aloy Demako, from our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So Mazi, what's your take? Tell us about it. What you feel about it, and your view, you know, because I will not ask you about IPOB view. That's what you feel about it, your own view. So
okay, Maz, you know, that letter, when I saw that letter, I saw it on social media. And when I saw that letter, normally as an IPOB member, I already knew that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the supreme leader of IPOB, of this organization. And whatever he says goes. Doesn't matter what you want now. So when I saw that letter, I knew that something is going to happen in the struggle, because so many people misplace or misinterpret that letter. And some people, as you already know, are on the opposition side on everything that is happening, most especially the issue that the letter was addressing, which is the issue of sit at home. After initially I was confused. I don't know which way to go about the letter, because if you follow me, you know that I'm a strong supporter of sit at home. Because one of the reasons why I'm a strong supporter of sit at home is because among every other civil disobedience strategies, the only strategy that is adopted by our leader into the struggle is sit at home. And we have been using it judiciously since the inception. So if you look at this history, since 2 years now, IPOB as an organization has done little or if nothing in quest to pressure Nigeria outside courts to free their leader who is being incarcerated. So it means that the only weapon that we have or we know is that Tarawila truth us already, which is sit at home. So I was so much interested on it, and I love it because to me it is yielding the fruit. Because if it's not yielding the fruit, it will not be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafran struggle will not be a matter of discussion in Nigeria media, even in their highest power. If you notice, for the first time, Biafran issue was discussed in Red Chamber of the Senate. So I supported it. But that letter came as a shock to everybody. But as time goes on, you know, then I said, okay, fine. If you said that Mazen Nakano have instructed that sit-at-home should stop, who is Mazen Nakano addressing? As a leader of indigenous people of Biafra. Remember that this is the sit-at-home we are talking about. It's not only, it's not for IPOB, because IPOB, as matter of concern, as matter of urgency, we must have to clear it. The IPOB did not never called for sit-at-home. They already cancelled the sit-at-home over 2 years ago. Everybody is aware. So the sit-at-home going on in Biafra land today is not in the control of IPOB as an organization. That organization that Mazen Nakano is in charge, where I just read the chain of command, how it operates. It's not in charge of the sit-at-home. It is Biafran people who are in charge of the sit-at-home. IPOB have made it very, very clear. They have separated themselves from the sit-at-home. So it's a kind of private thing by Biafran people to do, and they decided that, okay, this man has showed us love, though we are not IPOB as part of them, as members, because we are not oath, because not everybody that is observing sit-at-home that is oath member of IPOB. So they decided, okay, what happened to our brother? Now he's a brother to us. He's one of our kinsmen. He's a father to us. And he's a role model to us. The only voice that is speaking for us. What happened to him is wrong. We are not going to take it. Whether IPOB wants to do something or not, we as Biafrans, we are going to take this and do something about it. We are going to protest for him, for his release. And they have been doing it for the past 2 years. So when I think about it, I said, well, trying to draw Mazen Nakano into it is wrong. To me, it's a setup. You don't try to draw him into what he's not involved. Mazen Nakano is not involved. IPOB is not involved. It is a kind of a wave that is going on in Biafra land today. Okay, if you look at today, the Monday of today, in fact, is even more serious than other Mondays. After all the shenanigans. So, after thinking through all these lines, I said, no. I am not saying, I want to make myself very clear. I'm not saying that the letter does not come from Mazen Nakano. No. It's not what I'm saying. The letter may come from him or may not. There may be some add-ons on it because there are, if you have the letter, I would like you to read the letter because I don't have a material to bring it up. But if you have, or you can post it on the, because there are things that he said there that I know my leader and he can never say such thing. I know the letter may come from him, but there might be add-on, something added to the letter. And the Mazen Nakano is the leader of IPOB as an organization. They are the one that is taking order from him. There are those other Biafran who does not believe or belong to Biafran, but they are not happy with what happened to him. They are angry and they want to protest. So if they decided we are not going to follow that letter, nobody should use it against them. Because there is no law that is holding them. They didn't swear allegiance to Mazen Nakano. They are not under oath. It is only IPOB family members that are under oath that letter holds. Or that is, if you understand what I'm saying. So that is it, my take on that letter. I think that letter it's more of a distraction to me. That's my own decision. I mean, my own opinion. Because if you say that you are taking message to Mazen, remember that those who goes to see him every Monday and Thursday are his eyes and his ears. He doesn't see what is happening outside the world. It's those who come to see him that will tell him, Oyendu, this is what is happening, this is what is happening, this is what is happening. He acted on according to the information at hand, because they may tell him, oh, Biafrans are dying. And you know Mazen Namdekanu, he has a very kind heart. So kind that he doesn't want anything to go wrong with Biafran. Though he know that in this struggle, many will die. He already know, he said it, that many will die. So if coming to lie, or give him half information, oh, people are dying because of sit at home. People are dying because of sit at home, or Biafrans are killing each other. That is, you are trying to make him, think that Biafrans has turned against each other, start killing each other because of him. Because while Mazen Kanu was here, Biafrans has been dying. Since 1945, Biafrans started dying in Nigeria. Nigeria started killing Biafrans since 1945. It didn't start today. While Mazen Kanu is here, I was here outside, the same killing was going on. So you're going to tell him that Biafrans does it mean that those who have been killing us have stopped and we are not killing ourselves? It's the same people who has been killing us since 1945 are still killing us up to today. So Mazi, that letter to me, as an IPOB member, oath member, I don't have problem with it. I've obeyed the whatever, though we are not even involved, but we are sympathizers of sit at home. Because some of us that are helpless or outside the hierarchy, outside the leadership, we keep asking, what have we been doing since our leader was rendition? So we only use this sit at home as something to come home with. So that is it. That is it about the letter, Mazi. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Ndewo Mazi. Mazi, like from what you just said, you said that you believe that the full letter, the full body is not from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Maybe there may be one thing added or not, right? Okay. And you can see that the letter I show you on the screen is one signature, or one handwriting from the page 1 to the page 2. So that the earlier that if what you're saying is the press of Aloy Ejimako,
Mazi, you have been I was not hearing you before, so if you can start from the beginning.
Okay. I said you said that the letter, you believe on the letter, but you believe also that someone may be attached something to the letter. Right? Okay, fine. Then I said the letter I just flashed on the screen is one handwriting from our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's not two different handwriting. If I bring the letter again, you will see it. And every page of the letter, he signed it. He put his signature to it. Then, if the letter you are saying is the press release, if the letter has come first to the place released from Aloy Ejimako, when you say someone maybe add some his or her own idea, it will be quite understandable. But if I bring the letter on the screen again, you will see that all the pages were signed by Wadida Martin and the Kano. And what is in that letter is also in that press release by Aloy Ejimako to his illegal firm. So that aside, so now the two video I'm going to play here is the two video you play on your program. That is the two video I'm going to play here. And again, internet is something that everyone should be very careful of what he said, because when you say and deny, someone else can bring it up for you and say, Maz, this is what you said. That is why I like standing on the truth, because in the morning, I will tell you the truth. In the afternoon, so anytime I will see the pit, even about 2 years ago, 20 years ago, I will see the pit. So, Maz, now, this is where we're coming. And again, before I go, I told you this is going to be like interactive debate. Is there any question you want to ask me? Because no, so that you ask before I ask, so we carry on, okay? We are here to educate ourselves.
Maz, it's not a question, but you know, about the writing, you know, when you say that that is Maz Nnamdi Kanu's writing, that means you have been seeing him writing, but I've never seen his handwriting. This is the first time, and there is something that happened. If it's about the handwriting, someone, if I have I would have brought it. I would have bring it before someone replicated the same handwriting in our forum. You wouldn't know that it's not the same handwriting here. So about handwriting is nothing. And when I said add-on, someone added something there. Does not necessarily mean that someone write something. It could be that when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you know, when in a place where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is now, you should understand that that place is not a place where normal human beings should be without losing their mind. Owasirike said he was there once for I think 4 months or 6 months, and he knew that it's not a good place at all. Not talking about someone who has been there for the past 2 years. So maybe when he was writing or talking about this letter, someone chipped something in for him to add on that paper. That is exactly what I'm trying to say. That's add-ons. As an advice, or you know, he may be asking, okay, what do we write? What do we say? So it's okay, put it this way or write it that way. It will make more sense. It will attract more sympathy to you. So I don't want to talk about the handwriting, because about how people can write it more than as we are seeing it now. So people can influence him, because you already know that they go there to tell him things that is not always the way it is. Not only those people, even the Nigerian government will be coming, talking to him. So they are putting him under pressure to do one or two things, or to say one or two things, take a decision. So that is what I mean by add-ons. Someone may add something to it, either by writing it or by suggesting it to him. So if there is
okay, Mazi. So now, Mazi, what is that statement that you feel that is not from our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is in that press release from Aloy Ejimakor? What is that? Tell us. Tell Biafrans.
Okay, hey, Mazi, if you can bring that the letter on the screen again, let me see. So I want to quote it. Where he was talking about the governors and what they are doing for him. I want you to bring that particular one on the screen. That one, that place where he was talking about the governors and how they are helping.
Is check? Is it?
Yeah. Oh, my dear.
Yeah. I can see it.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. You can see it.
In another affair.
Okay. Okay. Equally refrain from antagonizing governors or persons in political positions because you are not in a position to know what they are doing on my behalf. Sharp.
Or this is the on
Yeah. So
okay.
Leave it on this. Okay. Yeah, still leave it there. So this is one of the places that gave me concern because my leader, the person that I know, if he is one who made this statement, then a lot of lies was told to him before he can make this statement, because every one of us knows his stand about these people. Remember that immediately as Soludo entered office, he visited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for over 2 years now. So is Soludo still doing what since then? And which governors is already talking here that are doing something? Is this Hope Uzodimma? Or is it Umahi that left? That never talked about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but only to condemn him? Or is it Ipob, the former one? Or is he talking about those current governors? Which ones are the ones doing something on his behalf? And Mazi, do you think that these people are doing something and the ONU is still there in the DSS dungeon? If they are doing something, they would have, as Southeast Governor Forum, they would have made one statement, strong statement, but they have not. Every statement we hear from the few of them, Soludo, if I can say, I don't want to talk about Peter Mba, that one is a mad person. Soludo, the only person that came out boldly, whether he meant it is something else, but he has been the only one who has come out boldly to ask that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be released. So if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is saying don't antagonize Soludo because he's doing some fine, but including all the governors is where I am having issues with, and that is where I am having the question of who is spearheading this letter writing. Because each and every one of us know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu always stand against these politicians and these governors because they are the sellers. They are the ones drawing the Fulanis to our territory. They are the ones killing our people because they want to please the Fulanis. Oh, it's calling me. I don't know why people, if they are doing something, they will be calling. Instead, I'm dropping the call and calling back. So now, this is where I have my problem. Because these people, everybody, every Dick and Harry know that they hate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They don't mean well for him. They don't want him to come out. You don't need a native doctor to tell you. If they want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out as a forum, as Eastern Forum, or they would have made a statement in unison. But they have never made such statements, not even for once. They have never told us what they are doing. They have never done so. Are they also underground, like DOS cabals are underground for the past 2 years? So that is the place I have problem with. This is a message from a soft person. Mazi Nnamdi is not a soft person. He told us that he's going to lead from the front. He never showed us any sign of weakness or any kind since we started following him. So I don't think that this particular one is totally his decision to write, because I've not seen anything that these people are doing. If they are doing something, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would have been out by now. For the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not out, these people are doing nothing. All they do is pay lip service. They are paying lip service, and that lip service they are paying, we understood it. So Mazi, this is my point. Equally refrain from antagonizing governors or politicians in Biafra, or persons in political positions. And when he said persons in political positions, that includes both Fulanis, because he did not say Eastern or Igbo governors or Biafran governors. No, he said stop antagonizing governors or persons in political positions, because you don't know what they are doing. I don't know what they are doing. What is Fulani people doing? Because in this, every politician in Nigeria is included. Even those politicians outside Nigeria, they are included, because he didn't say politicians in Nigeria. He said persons, meaning it's all the politicians, both the ones in the UK. Are they doing anything? Are they saying anything? They have not saying anything. So I don't know what this particular place told me. So if you understood it outside what I'm saying, I would like you to clear me, Mazi, on this, what you understood on this, because I just explained to you how I understood it and what makes me to doubt this particular statement here. So I want you to tell Biafrans and myself, make us understand explain to us what is our leader trying to say, or where is he driving at. Maybe you can make us understand it clearly. Thank you, Mazi.
Yeah, Mazi, thank you so much. First of all, Mazi, I would like us to face reality here. Facing reality in the sense that we don't have to presume or to think that what if that person don't do that or don't do this, because if you presume or think, you may not be accurate, 100% accurate. And again, he that wear the shoes know where impeaches he. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in position before any of us is in position to tell us who is working for him or not. Not me, not you. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in position to say who is working for him. Yes, I understand you said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is against these politicians. Yes, but at the same time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu applaud them. At the same time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fight for them. We know how many politicians he have fight for their release, including Ojus Okano and the rest of them. So now, on that paragraph we are referring to, I could remember sitting governors have called for list of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even down to House of Rep in Anambra State have also called for release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the chamber in Anambra State House of Assembly. I could also remember the last meeting from Honest Ndigbo, Chief Iwanyanwu, and Supreme Court Governor Hope Uzodimma, the man that his hand is full of blood. Akia Wabalabala, Hope Uzodimma. I can't trust that man any day, anytime. But I face the reality. They have been in a meeting in Abuja discussing the way out about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I can also remember Aki Ikenga, the group, also talking about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So if you come to that Southeast Nigeria, both traditionalists, church leaders, politicians, governors, they have talking the way out for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that is why he said in that letter, in order imposition, even that name, and that is the fact. We may look or based on what these governors are doing previously or now, or Hope Uzodimma, like I said here now, that I don't trust Hope Uzodimma. Like I said, I know, I said it. But the person issue my own affair of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu making that statement knows more than you and knows more than me. And all of us now outside, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is getting more information than all of us. Even that person. Even that person. So, if you are telling me that place, that in Madam Makiari, the lotion of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this is my thought on it. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, on one way, ebe shi oyi, ebe on affair of now one man who is working for him or who is not working for him. And again, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, people are saying that he's written under pleasure, that means anybody know about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wrote that letter under pleasure. It's not an IPOB member. If you are an IPOB member, maybe you are just yesterday. Because nobody on earth can put pleasure on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is under pleasure, before now, he could be out from the desert dungeon. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is under pressure, by now he will be out from the DSS. But people don't know who is that man. People are looking him in the eyes of a woman. But even the enemy made it too much. At a point, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will tell you, oh, we feel very bad. But something the enemy, I say, no, you have to move. That is why one day, out of anger, he said on broadcast, if not Chukwu Okike Abiama, I could have abandoned the struggle. Oh, God, they put that in the flesh. But something the enemy. So anybody that's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under pleasure, that person should rethink that Omalawe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because all under pleasure, by now, before now, he will be out. If he doesn't be out, okay, seal everything. And remember, some months ago, about 2 months ago and 1 month ago, he said, on Biafra, we stand. From that DSS, either a month ago, after the visiting of UK ambassador, everything, he said, after that visiting of those people, he said, on Biafra, we stand. There's no movement, no negotiable on Biafra. So that person, can somebody be under pleasure? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but I say that now. Only three places they know a true freedom fighter. 3 places they know true freedom fighters. In exile, or under the ground, or in prison. This place, a true freedom fighter, this place either is in prison or lower below 6 feet, or in exile. So anybody then as na under pressure, that person should think twice. That person can but this struggle yesterday. The same that I am coming back. I am coming back. Before 2:15, people were saying no, don't stay in UK. Come back home. Come back home. Also that I'm coming. Also I'm coming. And that's on 15 that time, Mazinakan turn on Nigeria. After 218, Omuvu may escape about Operation Python dance. There's assassination. He escaped. And he went and he informed Nigerians and informed Biafrans that he's coming back again in Nigeria. That I'm coming back with hell with me. Today, where is Mazina Kanu? And that he's going to lead from the front. Today, where is he? Today, Mazina Kanu in Nigeria today. Today, Mazina Kanu is leading us from the front. So, Mazi, this area, I think you have understood my stand. And that paragraph, I form anything this so bad or somebody will keep on Mazina and Kanu about or no, because Mazina and Kanu in position. Don't forget there was a time when Soludo this thing power in Anambra. Soludo said that I'm working with IPOB. But all game military I won. Soludo were no a for Mazina and Kanu na DSS. And he went and saw Mazina and Kanu. He went and saw him. And Omazari even did an egbe. So at the same time, he can hear from Abalibe. Okay, Abalibe did hear from prison. Most of us are not hear from Mazina na prison. But you know, he woke okay, hear with some of people did hear from prison. So a lot of people will be seeing our leader, Ayamala. That is when they see that now. So some Mazina and the Kanu, who is fighting for him or not. He was even any other person who is just guessing. So, Mazi, I will stop here because there are a lot of topics in the IE. So, when any other question anywhere, tell me before I will also play your video you played today and your video you posted about the woman and how you narrate it and you believe in everything that woman said there. And I will be here to prove you that woman, everything on the who was saying, I will prove it here for you today with fact and figure. So when question in my ajum, please drum and also a Balibe video. We have to play it because he played today. Use Thank you.
Mazindewo, you know, so that is why we are here. We are speaking our own opinion, and also our understanding. So I understood it that way, but I have heard what you said. It's also making a lot of sense because now iron sharpness iron. It's okay, but there's something that I would like to ask. And one of it is, why is people or Nigerians so furious about it at home? Why are they so furious, angered about it and talking about it and solution to it? But they are not angry about the disobedience of Nigeria government, their disobedience to release Mazi and Kanu. They are not angry about it. They are not talking about it. It's not making headlines. The only thing that is very, very important to them is how do we solve it at home? So I want you, Mazi, to tell me, between sit at home and Mazi Namdekan, which one should be making headline? Go on, Mazi.
Yeah. So Mazi, I will give you answer to your question, Mazi, but I think I have to bring up that video from that woman because your question is related to whatever that woman said on that video. Part of what you just said now. I think it's important I bring that video up because you posted it and you also analyze it. So I'll bring the video, we'll play the video, then we'll take it from there. Okay, Mazi.
Ekene m unu niile ebe ọbụla.
Yeah, Mazi, ọkwa this video ka ị na-late today, and you also post ọkwa this video. Okay, so let's listen.
Ndị be anyị onwe ife nchọ ka m gwa unu maka ife niile a na-afịọ. Ndị ụfọdụ bịa fasi na Nnamdi Kanu mere nke a na Nnamdi Kanu mere nke ọzọ na okwu nke a na okwuru nke ọzọ. O nwee ka mmadụ si elu elulo. Ọ bụrụ na gị na mmadụ na-adị na mma mana o nwere ife onye anwa na-emelu gị, ị ga-anọkọtazi ofu ụbọchị onye afọ apụta bịa kwe gị nkwa na ya ga-alụlụ gị n'enu goolu gị moto, mana ọ rapụ gị na ndụ gị niile agụụ na-egbu gị. Anyị Igbo enwero ezigbo ụzọ. Anyị Igbo ọkụ adị enwu mana unu ga-akwụlịrị ụgwọ ọkụ. Fuel a na-eke na Naịjirịa niile bụ n'akụkụ n'azụba anyị ka o si aga. Onwero nka inwe embassy adịrọ n'ala Igbo, ọ dịrọ n'Enugu, ọ dịrọ n'Ụmụahịa, ọ dịrọ na Anambra, ọ dịrọ na Imo, ọ dịrọ na Akwa Ibom, ọ dịrọ na Calabar, ọ dịrọ na Ugoja. Onwere ebe enwe embassy ọ bụrụgodu from one country. Ife niile na-aga anyị n'enu. Ndị gọvanọs onye etinye na position ọgbaga ugwu Awụsa jee nwụọ iyi. Unu niile nọ de n'afọ na ndị Benue ebirozi befa kịta fanọ na IDP camp. Emefasi unu anyị nwa bụ ndị bi obodo oyibo anyị natanụ bịa nọba n'ụlọ. Unu elozọkwana na onwe ndị bụ ụzọ nụ agha and o nwere ụmụaka nọ that time. Agha dalụ arụ 3 mana ife a bụ sit at home asị unu mee 2 weeks maka na international body ga-enye anyị freedom a anyị na-achọ na watch and fa chọrọ ka o mee maka na fa ma na o mere ana na unu nọ 2 weeks ndị na-afụ ya na ekita onwe nwaanyị onye South Africa a na-ajụ ajụjụ si ya kedu ife kpata na or ECOWAS or whatever Nigerian president na-abụ the leadership or the head fasi because na Tinubu na ife that group uje shake now bụ because na Tinubu abụrụ a legitimate president na his election the very questionable. No nwere the credibility irulu is it ECOWAS or amarazimi fobo ifugie. So the world is watching. Ọ bụ na ndị ga-enye anyị freedom anyị na-achọ bụ the world leaders like ndị UN na watch ka unu si boycott ife niile ndị Nigeria na-eme. Iwu bụ na anyị ga-enwe Biafra without ịnụ agha. Onye ọbụla enwere onwe. Ndị a na-abịa si unu na Nnamdi Kanu, unu makwa onye Nnamdi Kanu bụ, o gosi na unu aghọtara onye ọ bụ. Nnamdi Kanu bụ nwoke ada ekwe
maka na a na-emegbu anyị. Ọdazọ ka eme ya president, ọdazọ senatorial position, ọdazọ governorship. Ife ọ na-azọ bụ ọdịna mma anyị. Nke a bụ the second time a na-ejide na-etinye n'ụlọ mkpọrọ and ọnọgụ arọ na-abụ. Ọ dịghị ka ọ na ọ mara na anyị na-eme sit at home. Ọ bụ sọsọ nke a n'anya ka ngwa unu ife unu ga-eji mana ndị niile na-aghụghọ ife niile afa na-aghọ na-asị. Ndị lọya si na ada ekwe kafa welu pen ma pepa na a na-asịfa yipụ ma watch ma trouser na ọsọsọ boxer kafa na-eyi eje afụ onye ndu. Ka ezi ka onye ndu si nweta pen and paper wee desie ife niile ọ ife unu ga-ajụ. Ndị Boko Haram gbusie mmadụ n'ugwu Hausa gbuo even na-egbu n'obodo m kịta. Ndị mmadụ ada eji ugbo. Boko Haram na ndị befa julude ma ụmụ nwanyị fafa na-egbu na-aga ụmụ nwanyị fa na-akwasa maka na ọfịa kafa na-ebi. Anyị na ndị adịrọ compatible, anyị na Yoruba adịrọ compatible, anyị na Fulani adịrọ compatible. Ife a bụ 3 different nations. Ndị be Mama Charlie jikọtara ọnụ wee si ka anyị bụrụ ofu maka their own benefit. Ụdị ife a na-eme ebe nwere ike ime na Britain ma America ma even France. Nowhere in this world ka ụdị ife na-eme na ba anyị ga-eme. Na South Africa ebe a maka ọgwụanyị onye South Africa na-akọwa na Tinubu adịrọ credible to be the leader of ECOWAS or whatever it is. Ka iwe fụ na watch obi na Nigeria. So they are listening. Amam na ife niile afa na-eme bi convince unu na Peter Obi bụ nwanne anyị win election. Ọkwa fa napụrụ ya je were etinye na 3rd position. Fa chọrọ ka onye Igbo chia Nigeria. Fa chọrọ ka anyị nwa pụọ ke unu loo ya elo. 2 weeks eluru ife unu nọ na COVID time. Fa bunye unu palliative. Ndị gọvanọ sizie ya ka iwe efu ka obi si wee kpọọ ndị a na-achị achị na Nigeria nkọ. Fama na Biafra bịara ana today na nke fa agwụgo. This is it. Fama unu ekwezina. Unu ekwena ka fa na alọbanye unu anya n'ime mo chilu pressure wusa unu na civil disobedience bụ ọ dị legal. Sit at home unu na anọ ọ dịrị illegal. And fe nwere ike bata n'ime ụlọ unu bịa kpọpụta unu ilo maka breach of human right. Unu nwe every right. America melia sit at home for 1 year. Fabaro moto ndị ọcha. Ndị ojii etufasi nwete freedom nke fa na America. By Martin Luther King and all of them.
So Mazi, yeah. And this video.
Mazi.
Okay.
Yeah, so imana it's na the woman ihe niile o kwuru wa say so na obro eziokwu. I don't know. I don't know how much motive tinye. But I want you to pinpoint the places in your was, because what she just said to me is there in the open, everybody can see. Because that thing open about pen and paper. If I need your first said it, I don't even allow them to go to COND. Now, only thing that is left for them is to strip you naked. So now, so many of us, people like me, are also asking the question: have they changed their method? Because for them to allow Mazi Kanu to write letters, there's something to it. But I would like to hear from you where this woman has said anything, or where you disagree with her in her statements.
Yeah, ndewo mazi. So this is the reason why I played the video called the open. Because on this program, Fanatical IPOB program, we say it the way it is. Ebe anyị na-ekwu ebe a wee eziokwu akọrọ mmiri. Because iwefụta akpị na arụ nkịta, izuku ya kọbịa ka etụrụ ya mvọ. That is the reason why I played the video, and I'm glad that even in one year kwuru gịnị bunkum asị. No, I will put it here and the agent when now. First, I don't care about if I'm a Jofo or a lawyer or any of the lawyers said. No. I don't want to talk about it. But listen, in Nigeria, prison, DSS, police station, everything, is law. You know, dear, you are entitled to write a letter to your loved ones. You're entitled. Easy police. And they go tell you pen, go tell you alcohol. He did letter to send outside. You're entitled in DSS too. And somebody like Mazin Nandi Kano. And I think that now when he demanded for his right about pen and paper to write, to send a message, they will deny. We make call across all over prison. So if I don't allow is device, mobile device. I don't allow. But you as a prisoner, you as somebody that they detain, you're entitled to send a message across to your loved ones or to any other person through letter and everything. So, count number one, oh, come with that woman, they want to go nonsense. Somebody want to call. You only want to call beautiful nonsense.
Margie, please, I want to say something there. You are talking about entitlements. That is what we are talking about. You are talking about entitlements. You are talking about, when you talk about entitlement, when you are in prison or in a detention center, you are entitled to see your doctor anytime you feel any kind of uneasy in your body. Anytime you feel headache, you are entitled to see your doctor. Anytime you request for it, that is what you are entitled to do. You are entitled to any kind of clothes you want to wear. If you want to wear abada, you are entitled. It's your clothes. You are not asking them to buy it for you. You are entitled to, almost like you said, the only thing that you are not in fact, even device, you have entitlement to make call once. They may decide, okay, every month to make one call. It's your right. You are talking about what you are entitled to. But what you should ask yourself is, are they giving him the entitlement? Because here, they told him in the court when he requested to wear clothes, they told him, no, you cannot wear that clothes. That made him to be wearing one clothes to court since in fact, maybe next month of September, when he's coming to court, he may still wear that Gucci because they have refused him to wear what he wants to wear. So if you are talking about what you are entitled to, if you is where you are basing your argument, then I can tell you that yes, you are entitled to it, but Nigerian government, they will deny you all your rights. Nigerian government denies him access to his medical personnel. It was a battle. Before finally now, they allow him. But it has been a battle for the past 2 years for Mazen to have undeniable access to his own medical doctor. They didn't allow him. But it is his entitlement. But they deny him that. They deny him access to wear any kind of cloth material he wants to wear, so long as he can provide for himself. They deny him that. So when you talk about this entitlement, I don't understand why you forgot that Nigerian government use every tactics within their power to make life miserable for Mazen Kanu. Whatever we are getting, whatever entitlement we are getting, we go through court to get it. Through series of court judgments, not one. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is entitled to leave DSS dungeon. In Nigerian constitution, you are not supposed to be in DSS dungeon for 2 years because it's not a place of detention. It's a place they can keep you for a moment because it's a solitary confinement. It's not a place for human beings to stay. Your entitlement is to be in prison, not in police station. You're not even supposed to be in police station. If you are arrested, you go to prison. That is where detention facilities. They call it detention facilities. So why are you keeping somebody in DSS? He's not entitled to be there. So many things that he's entitled to, but it's denied to him. So this one is not the only thing. So I don't know, but you can go on.
Yeah, Mazi, I think I did better when I'm talking. Allow me to flow. No, because man, we call to maybe so. If there's any point, you can put it down, then you bring it up, then I will flow like that. Listen, Mazi, and before let me tell Biafrans now. No, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is back to DSS dungeon now. Yesterday or 2 days back or yesterday, no, he went to go and see the private doctor in Abuja town. Now they have taken him to DSS dungeon now. This the news, breaking news. I let Biafrans know, you know. So they have taken our leader back to DSS dungeon now. So Mazi, I told you now we must face reality because the reality will change in praise in my inner for Polago. Can you not forget now there because you are not there, I'm not there. They have denied our leader access to his medical team, as he said, private medical team, as he said. But today, off go his own medical team. No matter how much time that they deny him, but that thing is his entitlement. Now we talk about closing them. DSS no, but today, me and you know that our leader that about that close gone about that one close gone up to now. We can see it from Oge Soludo Jeffrey. You can see another close change. That one number one. But I'm not Mazi. Pen and paper. Even police station and area there. In prison and area there. That you want to send a note, you want to send a letter outside. And if the chair or pass through the process, and when you follow the post to your post to. Okay, now, Mazi, how about this? I want you to tell me about this. How about this? How about this? Is it not from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Is this memo? Is this memo not sent from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? This memo was written by Nnameke Ejiofor and bring it back to the prison. And whatever that confirm more, you say, okay, go ahead. Memo and letter. Get the difference. So, because I told you I want to debunk the woman, now I have put to bed about pen and paper that he's talking about. Because that pen and paper is everywhere in prison, in cell, in police cell. All they will give you. So that one, any point to make it here. Now, you talk about Martin Luther King, America, that people stay at home for 1 year. The civil disobedience that Martin Luther King introduced in America, he did not introduce it against his people. Only introduced against the government. As a matter of fact, during the time Omele introduced, his people is going to their markets, black markets. The black shop is working. The black restaurant is moving. The black transport is moving. But anything about white and government, they boycotted it. That cut off. It's not the same thing we are doing in Biafra land today. About the same thing. About the same thing. The man from India, Gadi, may introduce. No. Okay, Ghana may only introduce to push British out. Is people are still going to their market. Is people are still operating their restaurant. Is people are still operating to their whatever local thing is people is doing. But anything government, they boycott it. You can see the difference. So even if you have beautiful nonsense on poor people like us, all this kind of sweet talk, where you see, because it's a different entity. Because if the civil disobedience materially introduced is against the government. They boycott everything about government. They did not enter transport for government. No way. They did not enter their school. No. Everything about government, they cut it off. But they started organizing their own, getting their own bank, building their own market, building everything between them. But in Biafra land, in where we come from, about this or the same thing, it's not the same thing. The local market is being closed. Everything about the local, about the indigenous is being shut down. But if you are introducing that people that are working to the government should not be going to work, it's a different thing. That is the fact. So now that nonsense, it's not people like us. So that's why I told you I will debunk this woman any day, anytime, anytime. So even in Oko, they will bunkum. I see, beautiful nonsense. In America, play the same thing they not play in Biafra land. It's not the same thing. Blacks in America build their own economy between them. But in our own land, I need to destroy our own. A common woman cannot go to market. Why that's one way the next day. I'm going one way the next day. And man, don't forget that even this is at home. More whereby I so much love it. Don't forget. When they started it, more I like him. I like him so much. But somebody now for tomorrow, I forgot the impact that in the create, where that you should cancel it. And don't forget, if not Chika Paul Edoziem, aka enemy at the gate, China Saman Kita, I am a never today. But Onion do is suspend it. But Onion do Nigeria more, Nigeria mad. Oh, forgive me, this thing you lead it to. And again, this sit at home, someone just hijack it. After KDOS suspended there, or take like weeks before someone will jump into it. KDOS suspended there. Biafra are sitting at home every Monday. It takes us weeks before Simon Ekpa may hijack. And okay, the Simon Ekpa may hijack is from this woman, Nelly Ofebu. When Nelly Ofebu make a statement that Martin Nandi cannot stop what is working. That is the comment Nelly Ofebu make then. Simon Ekpa will say yes. From that moment, Simon Ekpa may hijack. One night, I know this struggle. Malive only open one by one. Jide Anaka, fat and figures. After KDOS made this suspend, Biafra are sitting at home. Even Simon Ekpa said that we have to obey the order. It was weeks and weeks before Ned Ofebu came and said no. Martin cannot ban what is working. Before Simon Ekpa hijack it. And today, people will not know how this started. But I blame, the fault with Chika Paul Edoziem. He caused those things. And don't make this thing. Blackmail, they can't cascade, they can't. But today, all to go obvious. Our leader have put it in writing. That all when Chika Edoziem no, it's order. Through his borders. This thing today, I'm possible. All there is in writing. So those who get them, those who see the what do you have to tell us today? I'm going to so this woman, I'm not buying the same thing applied to India and America, not the same thing that can apply in Biafra land. It's pure bunkum. So that is it. I will stop here. Any question in Joamu. Then before we go to any nearby own. Thank you, Mazi.
Okay, Mazi, you floated the memo addressed to Chike Edoziem. Yeah. You know, when people say something, there is always a reason for whatever, you know, when opportunity presents itself, you use the same period to address it. During the time of that memo, it was not a handwritten something, through like it is on this letter. That one, nobody saw the handwriting. The only thing we know is Mazan kind of signed it. Fine, it's okay. But coming to this, our people, you know, we are becoming too much. We are becoming too much emotional, and anybody that is too emotional is not supposed to be fighting for freedom, because so many things happens in the process. The other day I was studying or researching on India during the time, so I needed a bigger, I will treat it one day. The time they were, if you didn't know, they died a lot. They had fractions even then, those who believe and those who don't believe. People were being killed during those days where India was doing their civil disobedience or whatever they were doing that set them. They were there, not British. It was never recorded once for the ones I researched already that British people were dying or were being killed. No, it was the Indians themselves that was dying. Because in every freedom, there is a price. That is why Master Khan said, many will die. So that kind of emotion, trying to attach emotion to it by telling us that somebody in Akara. What we are fighting for, if we get it, that person will not fry that Akara. And even if he's frying that Akara, he will be living more decent life. So, if it is to give up that Akara for us to get what we want, it's not too much to ask. And we cannot only consider those who are selling Akara, because they are selling Akara, they will not go for what we want. So now, when you talk about Martin Luther and their disobedience, you say that it was only the whites. You don't enter their bosses, then that belongs to government. The question you did not ask yourself is, then when we're talking about how many black people, individuals have money, not talk of having transportation companies that will be transparent, taking the black people everywhere they want to go. What about those people that work in white only areas? Because those days there are places where it is only for whites. Blacks don't even go there. If you see any black there, either he's a cleaner or she is a gardener. I mean, she's a cleaner or he's a gardener caring for the white family and so on and so forth. So those people, did you ask yourself, how do they go to work those days? Because there's no transportation. They were not allowed. Let me tell you something. They enforced it. They didn't just say we don't want to enter white man's bus. If you are a black person and they see you board a public bus, you will be there with. The black people will jump into the bus, drag you down, and beat you the hell out of you. I watched a few history about it. You cannot be fighting for freedom and you want other people to be dying for you. No. If Biafra is fighting for freedom, it is Biafran people that will pay the price. American person cannot come and pay the price for Biafrans. If there is death to die, it is the same Biafrans that will die. If there is hunger in the land because of what we are fighting for, it's the same Biafrans that will starve because they are fighting for something. So emotion, we are too emotional about this. Onyendu said, we are being given what's it called? We are pampering our people so much. And that is why it is as if it's difficult for us to restore Biafra. Because once everybody understood that it is a price that must be paid, some are paying with their lives, some are paying with their properties. Even those who are not in the struggle, their houses were being burnt. Remember, just because they are Biafrans, their properties destroyed, their business is burnt down. They are not fighting for freedom. I mean, they are not IPOB, but they are paying price. So when we attach so much emotion to what we are doing, we get it wrong. They say that freedom is taken, it's not given. If you want freedom, you must make a decision. Yes, I want freedom, whatever it takes. That is the stage Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, I want freedom for myself and for my people, no matter what it takes. Even if it's my life, I can give it for my people to gain freedom. That is the stage. Everybody, I think it is a stage that everybody should be. I myself, I always made it very, 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 very clear to everybody. After the day I decide to go into this freedom, I have decided that death can come any moment. Because I don't know, now I am in the media. I don't know who is hating what I'm doing. I don't know. Anything happen to me, I don't care. After all, everybody will die but once. Nobody will die twice. But I'm not praying for that. But all I want to do is that every nation, black people in America, they pay their own price. So many black people couldn't go to work because there's no transportation. They stayed at home and lose their job. So many Indians died. So many lost their job because they are working with the government. They can't go to work. Government couldn't pay them anymore. They lost their job. They pay their own price. So much, that is what I am saying about it. But apart from this thing pointed out, what else did that woman said? Because she said a lot. If there's anyone you agreed on, you let me know. But if you say that everything she said is a bunkum, I want you to be explained to me, like you just explained two of these. Which other one that she got wrong? I would like to know.
Because of time, so I need to summarize here because of time, this thing, no? And again, Maz, listen, your question you just put to me, I just bring out two major things that one said there about the pen and about the American start home in America. These are the two major things he said there. And this Maz, because of no time, I could have played some of the video about the sit at home Martin Luther King introduced in America then, and what Gandhi do in India and even in Afghanistan. You are not getting the point, Maz. Listen, you are not getting the point. And that's the question I will ask you before I will move further. Listen, you're not getting the point. When Martin look at when Junior Martin look at Martin King Jr. introduced this. One name Martin, listen. Black America was building the economy. Everything everything that do with government, they boycott it. Everything about that do with government, related to American government, public transport, they did not do what? Use public transport. But they started building their own economy. Black community. Go. One of the video there. The sentence applied to India. India, those people you see that you say died, were those people that are still working with the government. India started building their own economy and pushed British away. Then the sentence applied to Afghanistan of yesterday. But in Biafra land, my brother, it's about us. On when the federal government affect there. The market is closed. It's your people. These are closed the market for 2 weeks. For 1 week. The transportation is your people. On when anything federal government will never affect. So that's what I'm telling you, because I'm going to ask you this question. This sit at home. Does this sit at home affect federal government? I will put that question to you, but you're going first. You know? Because all those things, if in America then and India and Afghanistan, is to push the government away from them. But the community building themselves, their market is moving, their restaurant, their own car is, their own transportation is going. So all the that now in Biafra land and them about the same thing. And again, Biafrans have demonstrated to the world that they need Biafra. Because you could remember Offensala Day. Have you forgot Offensala Day? Everyone sick at home to know that yes, we want our freedom. We have demonstrated that to the world. So you don't need to create any impact that will be affecting the people in our choice rescue from the hands of the wicked ones. The moment he may introduce, when the people start fighting back, he lose the battle. And this is what the federal government is trying to do. This is what the federal government is trying to do. So, although that now, this sit at home is affecting federal government, one of them must say yes, but this is at home. One the main impact is the state government. The state government and the people on ground. Federal government, it doesn't even affect federal government. It's only the state government. And who are the state government? Monagua. It doesn't affect federal government. So, all that you want the world to know that, yes, Biafra want to go. Calling it one day sit at home is enough. Not he ask people to sit at home for 2 weeks. How? And there's a video I said, if you ask Biafrans to sit at home for Mazen Kanu for 1 year, for 6 months, Biafra will do that to say Mazen Kanu is out because of the love. Because of the love. But Mazen Kanu love us so much. Mazen Kanu that this thing, this hardship on our people. That's what they're saying now. This is at home. From day one. Because all my relatives he has results. Mazen can love us more than the way we love him. So this sit at home, it doesn't affect federal government. It doesn't affect is our mothers, our fathers, state government ever go end. Now, let me ask you, this sit at home on the federal government affect? Let me know.
Martin?
Yeah.
I want to say something before I answer you that question.
Okay.
It would be wrong for me and you to put Biafran freedom fighting to the same line with other people. I believe that every other nations have their own peculiar problem that made them to want to free. America did not. Black America were not agitating for a separate country. So now India was not also expected. They're only asking that British government should do what? Allow them to rule, self-rule.
Okay.
So their own is peculiar to our own. Our own is that we are asking for outright, for a breakaway, and have our own total independence. So we should not be expecting the same method or tactics or the same reaction. Every people or nations who have fought for freedom before in the past have their own peculiarity. And that is what I want to chip in on this one. But now, Mazi, coming to your question about if the sit at home is affecting the federal government. Mark, I am not an economist, but my own little understanding about how things work, because ndị Igbo si na orutu imi orutu ọnụ. You may not think or see how it is affecting the Nigerian government. Let me tell you something. It is affecting Nigerian government also. When it affects state government, it has affected the federal government because it is the same country. The Southeast region is not separate from the rest of Nigeria. Because today, let me tell you something. The banks, for instance, that controls the movement of cash in the whole Nigeria. And remember that when there is movement of cash, it affects both Nigerian economy in general. All the banks in Biafran land today is shut. Now, there are people or there are businesses who pay tax to Nigeria, federal government even, who ply that road. Every Monday, they lose that revenue, that money, that tax, that connection, that whatever the Nigerian government should be getting from it. People who will come from the north down to the east will not come to today if they stay at home. Same applies to those who are coming away from the western side, and those who are coming also from foreigner, because there are people from Ghana, from Cameroon, who comes to Biafran land to buy things. When they cross the border, Nigerian government makes money through their crossing. Federal government. So that alone is affecting Nigeria economy. I have a friend who is in the north. He stopped going to market on Monday. Even if his goods finished, he waits after Monday. So there are people, there is a way it's affecting the Nigerian government, but you and me may not see it. The other day they were giving statistics of how much the state government is losing, and by extension, Nigerian economy. Because if Southeast economy is cut out of Nigeria economy to affect it totally. Because there are federal workers in the Southeast, those who work in school, government school, those who teach in government universities, government this, government that, they are not going to work today. So those things that belongs to federal government in the southeastern region today does not generate cents, 1 rand to them, one naira to them. Just the same way it is not generating for those who own shops. It is also affecting both the government, federal government, state government, down to local government. So Nigerian government is feeling the heat. If they are not feeling the heat, they will not be talking about ending it. Thank you.
Okay, Mazi, I want to tell you few major things that can hold Nigeria on its nail under 42 hours, under 24 hours. Now, this is the Mazi. You see oil sector, anything that has to touch with oil sector in Nigeria, federal government will come there, whatever they have. Second, airport, aviation. Third, ship our seaport. You see these three things? These three things is what you will touch. Under 24 hours, federal government will be shaking. And these three things, we don't have it in our area. Only in some part of our area, which I expect this guy should be work on. Only in part of Imo State and Abia State. That's where you will see about inter-oil explosion, international community, F or Tezaco. They are there in part of Imo State or Raji, all those things. That place this guy can now work towards. If we touch that area, federal government. Apart from that, one federal government is making it. Have you asked yourself why? Because most of you guys don't know. Because most of you guys think that federal government is against the sit at home. That's why I had one of you where you said that I already said anything that federal government is against, do it. Federal government is not against sit at home. There's no one page of newspaper or one place federal government condemn sit at home. Go and make a research. Go and make a research. Federal government have never for one day condemned sit at home. Presidency have never for one day condemned sit at home. Make a research. That is why Abalibe told you, I will play that video. Abalibe told you that federal government should see the case of Southeast as a national issue, not as Southeast. But most of us don't understand what Abalibe is saying. The federal government should see Southeast issue as a national issue, not as a Southeast. On a federal government, that they should come in. Last time, Senate raised the resolution. My brother gave a resolution today. They kill it. All those things in our phone, who are our state government, and all those things are politicians. Federal government can't do anything. I've never speak against it for one day. Oh, my mother's business now. Go and make a research. And now, let's play a Abalibe statement, a video. Kapo, you know, you want now.
This menace. I want to thank the mover of this motion and the rest of us, plus all those others who have risen in support of this motion. And I also want to thank my good friend OGD for helping to make it known to everyone that this is a national problem. First of all, I will crave the indulgence of my colleagues. And I also want to thank my good friend OGD for helping to make it known to everyone that this is a national problem.
Mazina, no, Mazina, I hope you are listening to Abalibe. No one they connect that man to letting the senators know this is a national problem, not Southeast. Let's continue.
First of all, I will crave the indulgence of my colleagues to go back to history, because my people have a saying, if you don't know where the rain started to beat you, you will not know when it will have also ended. This matter of sit at home started in 2021, August 2021,
when the agitation group called Ipob insisted that they will go on a sit at home because of their leader held in prison in the DSS. 3 weeks later, when the effect of the criminal takeover of this started to manifest, this same IPOB came out and said that they are no longer supporting sit at home, that they will have stopped. Unfortunately, very unfortunately, the genie had been removed from the bottle, and all manners of criminal elements had taken over and now use the sit at home to kill, to maim, to burn houses, to kill policemen and all manners of innocent people. When that continued, by December of 2021, and I need for everybody to know this, in company of former senator and our former deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu, 2 bishops, and the secretary of Ohaneze, I went with them to meet with their leader, Nnamdi Kanu, in the DSS headquarters. And there, we pointedly asked him, why did you institute this menace that is crippling the Southeast? He denied and said that the person who is going ahead and insisting that he's doing sit at home on his behalf is somebody called Simon Ekpa, living in Finland, and that he never authorized that. And that actually the person he said that ought to represent him is another person. And he called the person's name, Chike Edozian. We came back from that meeting in DSS, called a meeting of all the leaders of the Southeast, and said, this is what Nnamdi Kanu said, that he is not part of this. Yet, every Monday, what happens is this: a few miscreants, and I use the word advisedly, come out, shoot and kill 1 or 2 people, and run away, and video it and send across the whole of the Southeast, and everybody is now scared. The governors we met, all of us in the National Assembly we have met, everybody has condemned it. I need the Senate to know that there is no one in the Southeast except the criminals who support this sit at home. Their modus operandi is simple. It's just terror. I have called the market leaders in Abia and I said, you can't continue to stay away. And they told me that the people have threatened to burn their markets at night if they don't stay away. So this is beyond the citizenry coming out to just say, we don't accept it. Because what they have done is to use terror tactics to intimidate a whole region. And we have had meetings with the DSS, and all that the DSS has told us is, listen, these are just a few people. They will come out in one road, they will find somebody just driving along on his way to doing anything, shoot him, and then they will say it is because of sit at home. Take his car, away, go and keep it in their den, and later go and sell it. So these are nothing but criminals. So I support this motion, and especially the matter concerning someone who is a dual citizen of Nigeria and Finland, staying in Finland, giving orders, and in fact, giving, I will say, orders that you don't understand why people should accept it here. But then, criminals will always find a reason to do what they want to do. I have also had interactions with the Finnish embassy, and in fact, the United Nations head in Nigeria, who is from Finland. And what she told me was, it is a government-to-government interaction that will lead to a resolution of this, because as a citizen, so had interactions with the Finnish embassy, and in fact, the United Nations head in Nigeria, who is from Finland. And what she told me was, it is a government-to-government interaction that will lead to a resolution of this, because as a citizen of Finland, that he has a right to express his opinion. But I can tell you, my dear colleagues, each and every one of us has suffered greatly from what is happening in the Southeast. They attacked Senator Carlo when he was doing campaign. They attacked me. There's nobody they have not tried to intimidate. But we cannot be intimidated, because we are in a country that has rule of law. And so I support this motion in its entirety. And when the time comes for the prayers, if there's anything I will add, we will. But we want to urge our colleagues and the rest of Nigeria to see this matter not just as a Southeast matter, but as a matter for Nigeria. I will add, we will. But we want to urge our colleagues and the rest of Nigeria to see this matter not just as a Southeast matter, but as a matter for Nigeria.
Mazi, if we in now, you see, people, you see, just like you said, out of emotion, people don't understand what is going on. Out of emotion, you can get so bitter. I want to pick up the point that we need to discuss, not any other points. Now, you will agree with me when I told you that federal government have not made any statement about it at home. Now, this is the evidence. Our senator is begging our upper chamber to pass a motion. Let federal government see our problem, see that problem as a national problem. As a national problem, not as a Southeast. This sit at home that's going on in Biafra land, federal government is, they like it so much, they love it so much, because they want us to come against ourselves. And when we start coming against ourselves, that will destroy Biafra struggle. People don't know what they are playing, what the game is all about. But in now, a lot of people think that federal government is against the sit at home. No, look at this is our senator. And again, look at when Abel said that he called a Finnish embassy, even a UN chairman who is a Finland. Now I hear what was there. Oguya said no. Now this issue is a country by a country, not even Nyawu senator, not even Nyawu governor. It's a country. That means a government and a government that will sit and talk and arrive into revolution. Not Senate, not a governor. That's when they have got people that now Nigeria government cannot succeed to bring someone in Nigeria. It's impossible because Finland is under the EU. EU, there's a law that backs Simon Ekpa in what he's doing. More people say, this guy is for Simon Ekpa. But I will tell you the truth. All this so hard before. Instead, if Simon Ekpa go against it, you know what will happen? They will judge him in Finland and jail him in Finland, not even Nigeria. This, take for instance, what happened to grandson, Adinka grandson, when the UK government found the evidence about the guy sponsoring attack in Nigeria and everything. What happened? They jail him in Ireland or in UK. They don't even bring him to Nigeria. It's the law. So now, most people, China federal government have made a statement about this. No, the federal government love it because it's not affecting them. Don't affect the state government and the people. And our Senate, our Senate, our upper chamber, now because that Nigeria government should come and see this issue as a national issue, not as Southeast. The people don't understand what Abebe is saying. Once this is the fact. In my program, I stated the truth. So, Mazi, if there's anything you have to say, and first of all, I thank you for you to say that the way what happened in the time of this guy in America, the junior, is not peculiar to our own and India. Thank you. So, on when I teach you about this one, let's take it up. Thank you.
Martin, you know, you know that from what I believe it said, to me, to my own understanding, Abaribe is casting aspersions on the agitators, indirectly calling those who agitate for Biafra criminals, because he used the words that anybody that supports it at home is a criminal. It's not everybody that is against it at home, but those that is paying the price directly. There are I have heard so many individuals, respected individuals, speak in favor of it at home. Their anger is, why should Nigerian government go and kidnap Mazen Kanu? Why should Nigerian government release Boko Haram and integrate them back into the system, but Mazen Kanu is inside? So anybody that is supporting this at home has his or her own reason. It's not because that person is getting anything. It's not because that person is criminal. There are criminal elements, but those ones are not into what we are doing or what is happening. They are only using it as an avenue to feed their stomachs. The people that he is referring to, that is kidnapping people and taking their cars and going to say, are not the agitators. They are not. It is those criminal elements. That is the reason why they told them, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so that all these things will end once and for all. Because anybody, if anybody goes to thief Maggie, you catch him and say, no, it's because I wanted to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Or even when he's stealing the Maggie, he will be shouting, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then you ask yourself, what does stealing Maggie have to do with freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? These are criminal elements. But Abaribe failed to separate them. He joined everybody together and called those who support it at home criminals. Abaribe said that it is the people that is calling for sit at home or supporting sit at home that is burning people's property. Then I asked you, Matt, who were the people who were burning properties in Biafra land? Do you also see it that is those who are agitating or those so-called criminal elements that are burning Biafran properties? Do you believe that, Matt? Please, I want you to give me your own insight on this before I say anything further. If there is anything I want to say, please. Do you believe that it is the so-called elements that are burning?
Yeah. So, Mazi, I will get to your question, but I think you divide from what you are saying. It's not the as we before when I play this video, I bring the point out. So what you're just saying now is another different issue, but I will give you the answer to it. I can never run for a question. But our topic, I'm not saying that now federal government have never for one day condemned the sit at home. But there is millions of Igbos, Biafrans, think that federal government is against it at home. And the same thing with you, because I heard it from you that federal government, anything, Mazda can say that anything federal government is against, that we continue doing it. Let's continue doing it. But now I have proved to you that federal government have not for one day condemned it at home. Never. This is the point I'm trying to lay here. And I hope you understand it, because Abaribe said, and he applauded the senator that bring up the bill, and he was begging Nigeria to see our problem as a national problem, not as a Southeast. And he also said that the Finnish embassy he called, and UN embassy, which is Finland is chairman, he called, told him that this is between a country and a country, not even your senator. No. So now, I hope I have established this fact that federal government have never for one day. All those people who think that federal government has condemned sit at home, never. So that's we boil down to what our leader said, that whatever federal government is not condemning, you should run away from it. So that means we should be endeavored to run away from sit at home, because federal government wanting so. Now, let's go and straight down to your question about criminals. You know, when we started this sit at home, as I told you before, I supported it. I am not a criminal. Go and support, they are not a criminal. Other people that supported it, they are not a criminal. But within it, there is people usually now me and you, we knows. Na mechanic this is the fact. But if Abaribe should cut all those people that sitting at home, they are criminals. No, I can't take that. He's not right. But the fact is that people are using it to destroy our home. People are using it against us. This is the fact. But if he should call us criminals, all of us, that a lot of people that believe in sit at home, no, sir. No. But when the year I will double. But I want people to understand in this our interactive debate that federal government have never for one day condemned sit at home. That means we should do whatever it takes to stay away from sit at home, because federal government want to use it to destroy this our movement. This is just the fact. And don't even I wanted that from day one. Can you imagine? Even that emotion, and what I bring here up, Senator Megan, I took a warrior nana. Senate did not even accept it. They did not even accept. That tells all you need to know. Do you know the reason they give? They said the matter is in the courts. They want us to continue to destroy our land, to kill ourselves. And when we are pushed to the wall, at the end of the day, our leader will lose relevance. This is their game plan. That is why Simon Ekpa that are no fear. Yeah, see that only do should come to Finland and see one by one. Only kobo. Kita bala taya there. I'm wondering that boya who is Simon Ekpa? Is only do Biana Finland one by one be fair. Only kobo. In this struggle, if not Chika Paul Doziem, China some and us now that made Simon Ekpa what it is today. Only someone that came to this 2020, we asked Maznan to come to Finland to see him one-on-one. He must be a stupid man. But Simon Ekpa knows what's about to happen. You see, these shenanigans they are playing in Nigeria will not affect Simon Ekpa. But if we pick a fight with Simon Ekpa, legally in Europe, Simon Ekpa will pay dearly for it because there's a press statement. That press statement from my lawyer, Marco, is all over every international community in Europe, in America. They have it. Oma, if he don't withdraw the names of Martin and Kano, someone never know what is about to happen. I know in the country where law. This land in Nigeria, may you extradite, may you car. It will not happen. Not where you are. But if we pick this issue from Onyendu to him, it's final. Oma, Mazi, only Kaliku say it.
Mazi, you know, the question I asked, you forgot it. You forgot to address it. I asked who were the people burning people's properties of Biafrans in Biafran land, but it's fine.
It's not. You want to mention names? Is that what you want? No. If you want me to mention names, I can tell you what I know. You know, I don't like discussing about security in if you want me, I told you that there's people that are working for it. Now, mechanic you should be able to understand what I'm saying. But if you want me to go to give you the information on ground, I will mention names.
Okay, now let me tell you what I wanted to say. In everyone's knowledge, in my knowledge, it's out there. The people that are burning the properties of Biafrans are Ipob and the Nigerian Special Forces, military, police, and their likes. They have been caught on camera several times burning the properties of Biafrans. They went to Ugochinyera's house the other time. They burnt properties worth millions or if not billions of naira. They didn't know that the camera was there to capture them.
Yeah, excuse me when he was. I told you my page is not a page of you can come and just insult people. I have blocked you. I have banned you. If you come in again and like nonsense, then I block you for life. Then who is this? Why Jesus? I will ban you now from the studio now. So if you come in again and write nonsense, then I block you for life. I take you out. Mazi, when they will continue. Yeah.
Okay. You are your paper affected. Yeah. So now, Mazi, these are the people burning properties in Biafra land. They went several places. It is on camera. It is captured on social media. Ipob, Nigerian military, Nigerian police, all of them burning people's properties. They went to Ugochinyera's house. People on the camera. What is wrong with this thing? Hey. Oh. If not for the camera that captured them, they would have timed it on agitators. But nobody is talking about it. Abaribe did not talk about it, but he said that it is the agitator, the criminal elements in the agitation that are burning properties. When it is Nigerian security agents and the Ipob that are burning properties in Biafra land. This is one of the things I was saying. They go there where Master Kanu is, they will they will lie to him. They will say all manner of lies. They will tell him all manner of lies. They will never tell him the actual thing. They will go there to tell him that Biafrans are burning Biafrans. That you know what is wrong with you. Getting you and you are falling. So now, man, so that is it. So that was why I asked you the question. If actually you knew that it is not the agitators nor the so-called criminal elements, but Nigerian security agents and Ebubago are the ones burning people's properties and markets in Biafra land. But Abaribe wants to turn it to look as if it is the agitator. If you don't obey the home, we're going to burn your market. So that tomorrow, when they burn market, they will turn it on those who are agitating or who support that home. So that is it. But about the resolution, well, the resolution that they were discussing that day, I don't think it's about federal government coming. I think he only made it as a statement. The resolution of that day was about rendition back to Nigeria. That was the resolution someone passed in the house that day. But that is not what they are saying now. But what I'm saying is that now, if federal government of Nigeria have not made any statement, I cannot talk about something I don't know. But I will go back and I will do a research both from beginning to now. If they have not made any statement about it, I don't know. But I know that several people have come out to condemn it at home. Both those from the Fulani, those from the Yoruba, those from the West, North, East, Central, anywhere. They have come out to condemn it. So it's all right. If they have not condemned it at home as a federal government, as a body, yeah, then it's fine. But what I just want us to do is to know that sit at home, the objective of sit at home is to release Mazam Dekan. Whether every one of us agree on that or not, it's all right. People should not agree on one thing. After all, freedom of Biafra, not everybody agree to it. There are still those who want Nigeria. That is why Mazam Kanu said it is going to be one man, one vote. People have different opinion. Which one are they answer? So that is it, Maz. If there's any other thing to discuss, you can now bring it up.
Maz, listen, I told you that mechanic in this sit at home. If you want me to explain more, let me explain more. Let me explain a bit for you. Because and this supposed even this everybody equal 100%. Everybody, part of them is burning our home. We know that. Politicians is also burning our home. We know that. And the court boys, the men can they also use it to burn. No, there's a lot of criminality that under this sit at home. They operate, and at the end of the day, they label it IPOB. Do you remember that everything that any criminal issue in Biafra land that they label IPOB? But before IPOB, are there not criminality in our land? There was a criminality. So the fact is that Mazi, remember that prison break in Imo State. That then IG of police have said that it's IPOB, it's ESN. But the same governor we hate so much, Supreme Court Governor Hope Uzodinma, came out and said no, that it was politician. This is the fact. I could remember during the time of Locha Sokolocha, that was 3 Fulani killed, and DSS have found evidence say it was Ipob. It was the same governor. Okolocha said no, this is not Ipob. This is criminality we are talking about, So we know, because Mechanic get was in the wundala. Here for some people now, I want issues. A jello war job of Buddha sit at home. Am I your idea? So now, so this is what I'm saying. And that is why Martin can do is okay. Don't use my name again anymore on sit at home. So don't use my name on sit at home. If you want to call the sit at home, you can call it on your name or whatever name you want to call, but don't use Martin and Ken's name. And that let me tell you, brother, do you see in Europe, anything somebody uses his hand to write, and write sign here, when that thing is so original, it will let me check if that thing if there or no. I'm telling you the fact, no. So in kind of this one, flag government, people now see bring him back. They cannot bring him back. They can't. I'm aware of the process. I got self. Yeah, all the two they can't. The only thing helps here so much with this work that they are now, and the offer lawyer that we getting so fast, and can not forget now. Only one you should not forget. Okay, so the fact is that criminality have hide under the seat at home to commit havoc and everything. Okay, now how about those people that are destroying our mother's property? We saw it, right? I for that one. No? I for that one, but some person boys here. But people are doing it. Or politicians again, or government again. It may be politicians. Okay, now look at the riot they did at Aba the other day. From the police now, they put with wheelbarrow. Can you imagine that? Now, can you imagine? A whole protest and I got police police move with battle. Wouldn't property mad. So all this, we know all this. But in my program, one night we say it the way it is. This is the fact. So for me, as an IPOB member under the leadership of Mazin Andikano, whatever Mazin can say become as an order to me, and I will expect that on Ofitimu, on Ofitlemu, on Masemu, on Maslam. I will obey that. If I want to disagree, I will step out from IPOB. That's just the fact. But once you say that you are an IPOB member under the leadership of Mazin Andikano, you must obey every single instruction of Mazin Andikano. And for those who are saying that the letter for Mazin Andikano, my brother Simon Ekpa, the money is not issue. He can get a very sound someone or even lawyer or something that he want to see Mazin Andikano. They can make it a way, and that person will go. Oh no, believe Allah Jamako. And don't forget, this is the truth. Before this issue between Simon Ekpa and Allah Jamako, they were not having problem. They were fine and good. Okay, I pass that information. On Simon Ekpa, for me, not the genuine, 100% genuine. Okay, I say, Lord, this letter, I did not even trust it, but I want to confirm it. May send somebody to you. Come to Onyendu, come here. At least, I am okay here. But you see that not fake. Now, Lord, they have talked to Lord Jamako, and we say no to it. Anybody threaten Lord Jamako, we are against you. We are against you. And if we are against that letter, we are against you too. Because if you want to confirm it, there is a way to confirm it. And today, look at Chika Paul Edoziem to tell you these men are not working for Mazin Andikano. Do you see any of them talking about the letter or preaching about the letter? Go to their various platform. Go to China Sanwo-Olu. China Sanwo-Olu now is condemning even Aloy Ejimakor. All over the social media, sack Aloy Ejimakor. But this, the person will tell you, the letter from your leader. And now you are against the same person. That tells you that these people, even Simon Ekpa and Chike Doziem, they are not 100% committed in this struggle. And with somebody in that world, I could remember that was either last 2 years, I have a program in laptop media with Better Child then. He brought me in. I told him, in this struggle, now federal government with civil agency in our world, enwe civil agent in our world, ndị nke na-alụ nke ọma ma ndị na-alụ nke ọjọọ, and those people in our world with different people, and I want to know one person can allow the all. I want to know if I large can actually efi. You will sit in that front change we sit we plan here. Why would China Sanwo-Olu be coming against Aloy Ejimakor? But we are that for bringing Mazi Kanu letter out is against Mazi Kanu. And all my full will that and not Mazi Kanu. Off like confirm what? Or do you say that why would you bring her out? Then China Sanwo-Olu organized attack on Aloy Ejimakor for bringing the letter out. That tells you need to know that these people, they are not 100% clear. That tells you they are not 100% clear. Both Simon Ekpa, both China Sanwo-Olu and Chike Doziem. Or when a Chike Apollo Doziem with 100% clear, his master, his boss, Kaleti Apota, or even up to now, Captain Ebekuogun. China Sanwo-Olu is on 5th of next month. These men, they are cashing out with Mazi Kanu family. So Mazi, only the Kukuo. Thank you. I think we will begin.
Mazi, no, the reason why they will not do that which you seek, because they also have their own letters which they did not attend to. I don't know if you have forgotten. They have their own series of letters and directives which they did not follow. So on which ground will Chike Doziem or China Sanwo-Olu condemn this letter? So I don't think that is in context here. They will never condemn it. And you should also know, don't be surprised of the attack against
they condemn the letter. China Sanwo-Olu is against Aloy Ejimakor for bringing the letter out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. Okay, go. That's what I'm saying. The reason why they are not condemning whether the letter is being obeyed or not, they are not talking about the disobedience to the letter or not, is because they have not obeyed their own. They have their own letters, heap of it, which they have not obeyed. So they will not come and say someone didn't obey this letter or this or that or that or that. But that is by the way. You know, we have dwelled most, in fact, this is even the reason why we're here. We have talked about it enough. And the truth of it is that if you still remember very well, you remember that few years, or rather few months or a year ago, Simon Ekpa made a comment in his broadcast, which he also posted the video the other day, where he was saying that he's not going to take order from the DSS, from anybody from the DSS, that he's not going to take order from him, anybody in DOS, that any order that is coming out from DOS is directly DSS order. So he's not going to accept it. That the only time you start taking order from Mazi Kanu again is when Mazi Kanu is released. So he has preempted, he has said it before it happened. that he's not going to take order. So this thing that's happening today shouldn't be, we shouldn't be hard on each other about it so much. The only thing that I'm saying, and the reason why I am doing what I'm doing about this particular sit at home, is that there is nothing else that is being done by anybody. If political solution could have worked, it could have worked before Buhari left office. And I said something before Buhari left. I said in my program that if we allow Buhari to leave office without releasing Mazi and Kanu, now remember that when Tinubu takes over, or the next president takes over for him, he's going to take that president at least 6 months to even talk about it, because he will have other things to do. He will have to settle his government in motion, do one or two things before he starts looking out for others, because to them it's not important. That was why the Senate House told you that they are not going to do anything because the case is in court. Because they don't have time for that. What they want to do now is to position themselves how they're going to eat money in the future before they can look outside for other things. So I already know the outcome of that letter. That was why when I saw that letter, I was like, oh, why now? Because I know that Simon Ekpa said before that he's not going to take order from. If you have never heard it, I will look for the video. For the video and send it to you, where he made it very, very clear that he's not going to take order from Mazi and Kanu in DSS dungeon. So Mazi, I had a one way, if there's any other thing, we'll spend almost 3 hours.
Yeah. I'll monitor yourself now. Mazi Simon Ekpa said that he's not going to take any order from anybody from DSS dungeon or from anybody in prison. Then, Mazi Ezumeze with the first person melee attack. Now with the first video, Oju broadcast then. You address then. That Ibotic man. He's watching this program. Simon Ekpa is watching this program. I'm telling you, he's watching this program. He would remember address that Ibotic guy. So I know when he made that statement, I know what's happening there when he made that statement. And this next one he make again on Twitter. This is the Mazi. And there's a program I did maybe 2 days ago. I said that if I were to be Simon Ekpa and this message come to me, because before then, Simon Ekpa and Aloy Ejimakor, they don't have issues. And what have issue with? They don't have issue. Can I pass that this message? He came and not smart enough. Yes, Aloy Ejimakor. Okay, yes. I'm going to take this message from you, from Mazi and Kanu. Yes. Yes. But I will go on my platform and announce as Mazi and Kanu said. But I will not obey it. I go to the video make. I say it. I will not obey it because years back I said that I will not take any instruction from Mazi and Kanu. I will not take any instruction from Mazi and Kanu in this dungeon. So that's why I will not obey it. But yes, it's from Mazi and Kanu. Yeah, that one about another different issue. That now we condemn it's not fake couple. You have to weigh the two things in the web. Then we condemn not fake couple. At the same time, each attack on Aloy Ejimakor. And today, the life of Aloy Ejimakor, his life is threatened. Do you think Aloy Ejimakor today now? Do you think Simon Ekpa with the suspect? Do you think when we marry today, Chineke Kwele? And we know that Aloy, a lot of people are threatened before. China some world everything. You know? But when we marry today, do you think of pull on your now? Or are you thinking? So people should use their number sense. So that thing number is a brother big mistake. And now we collect here. Or do over. Or man collect Muzi again. Because I want to go on air. Because that thing, that instruction came to him on 24th, 25th. And from then, and that, but I said, I want to manage this thing. Now, Lord Ejimako will go and issue a press release instructed by Mazin and Dikano, and Lord Ejimako must carry it out because only the college represents, only he must carry out his crime instruction. Then, why must you want to kill the messenger? And Lord Ejimako is the only messenger. Why? So the fact is that all made a lot of mistake. Because Mpulia insist, yes, okay. No, Martin, no. Yes, and with them this thing from Onye and okay. Mpuokos will go better. I will not carry it out. I will not obey it. I will continue doing what I'm doing. But the talk about that now. Martin Nande Kano on that letter. Agbale not to do any other thing. But that's it at home. Because on our course, so a lot of thing by the two ways, the state and the indigene. And let me tell you, my brother, anything not in a man, then effect on you and then effect on your enemy. One day it's not good. This is the fact. Let me take it for instance that our state politicians, they are our enemy. Our governors, they are our enemy. But anything in them, they will impact on you. They will impact on the state governor, on the state politicians. One day, even kwesị ime wakwa ihe ị na-akụ ọ na-ehit ba gụnwa ịdị ndụ were echekwa onwe gị. Ọ bụrụ na this guy, there's a lot to do since no declare armed struggle because a na-ekwu na Igbo na-abụ I don't know. Since no declare this armed struggle, one know a lot to do to hold federal government to ransom. All you want to say first, Imo State, now the state, that people, that in that there, or since calling that area first. One day, in the area, it was a minute. All those people got our side to Ndugu or it caught to be. One day, there's a lot of I told me go where one day, you know, but even we go out. Huh? Let's this one first. I'm on this one, let's go there. And these people, federal government have not said anything. That means it's also their plan. They want Biafra to turn against Biafrans. One day, I think I end there, but no, I'll give you this thing. Your take home this thing. But the fact is that we must obey Mazin Kanu order. That letter, we must obey that letter. Once you're an IPOB member, you don't have to come against that letter. We must obey it. This is my stand. One day, go on.
Mazi Ndewo, no, good evening to you. You know, this is a great, this is interactive indeed. And we are allowed to disagree and argue, because when you do constructive arguments, it benefits you, both the listener and those arguing. So I'm so happy, but like I said before, this program, I told you that I never said that the letter is not from Mazin Kanu. I've never said that. That is one thing. I never called it fake, because I know Ejimaka don't have any reason to do that, because he knows that it's going to backfire in the long run. So, but the only thing that makes me a bit agitated about it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has given a lot. He has sacrificed his life, his family, everything to us. Even though so many people don't see it that way. Because some of us are still condemning him. Some of us are still fighting against him, calling him names and all that stuff. But you cannot please everybody. You can't. So I think that there is nothing that Biafrans can do for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that will be too much. Because I know that in this struggle, there are a lot of people who are willing to give their life to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you say that who is willing to die so that Mazi Kanu will live, I know so many people without you saying it wise, they will volunteer. That is the level Biafrans are. So what is happening today, the tension in our land is expected. But all I'm asking for is that we manage it very well. Whether you are in the opposition side or you are in the other side, whichever side you are, Midizocha or Bacha, don't spoil too much. Don't destroy too much. Reserve for the better days. Because to be frank, there are better days. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out. So I urge Biafrans all over the world to have it at the back of their mind that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out. And when he comes out, this struggle is going to another level. I said today in my program, in fact, enough. If you expect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out today and he still go back to Radio Biafra and sit again and start vibrating like he used to be, then you don't want us to get our freedom. There is time for everything. I myself, I think the times we are now, because of this singular mistake that Nigeria made by going to Kenya to kidnap him and extraordinary renditioning him back to Nigeria, is an opportunity that we will never miss. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu coming out of DSS dungeon is coming out to Biafra. Nothing more, nothing less. There is no time, there is no more. The time for broadcasting on Radio Biafra is over. Now it's real thing. The real deal has come. So that is what I want Biafrans to cross your heart. Know that Biafra has come. Pray always for our leader. In every opportunity you have, pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that Chukwueke Abbiama will preserve him. Because immediately he is released, announced, Biafra is here. So I thank you so much. Mazi Nnamdi, I thank you. Like I always say, you are one of the people that motivated me to be in this media. I am so happy meeting you people, meeting you in particular. And since I met you, I've been impacting positively in my life. So I'm so happy I met you. I want you to continue what you are doing. Don't step back. It's not important. We don't care whether people like what we are doing or not. What we care is that we are doing the job for humanity. And when in the future, whatever we are doing today will be reckoned with, and people will talk about it, whether before us or after us. I thank you, Mazi. It's a pleasure being in your program. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Mazi, thank you so much, Mazi, for coming, because like I said, we disagree to agree. How is it, all IPOB? But Mazi, there's one thing I want you to take home and study. Because out of every nonsense, there's always a sense. Go to this guy latest video, Asali Dukubo. Go and watch that video. You will see where he made a statement that Samuel Ekpa is now in charge of what is going on in Biafra land. That they should deal with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, deal with him, that thing go, that thing whoop, what that thing mean. And that thing will take you back to what Chika Polidusem said, that if we reduce the authority of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are putting him in danger. I don't know if you're getting my point. You know, because Nigerian government is so afraid about the people that are behind Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's why they are trying to see by all means that they destroy this foundation, and they can never get to the root of it. So if Asani Kubo can say that, one name I will mean. So he's telling you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not relevant anymore, that his people have turned against him. And Chika Paul Edozie made this statement. If you try to reduce the authority of our leader, you are putting him in danger. He made this statement in 2021. He made this statement. Maz, give me just a minute. Let me pray for Biafra to see. A minute. Just a minute. So we are going. Because it's very important. I back up with facts. With facts. Let's Biafra hear what Chika Edoziem said in 2021.
You can hear him, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
go ahead.
Okay. Okay, and I was saying that I thank sister that just spoke, especially again because at the last conclusion of her statement, she said it all. She said it all because she said, I'm the second in command. I'm the second in command. The first in command is there. I cannot honestly be expected to take over the work of the first command. The first command is reachable. He is still in charge. And that is what I have been trying to let our people know. That is also what the enemy wants us to prove. They want us to isolate our leader. Isolate him in the sense that believing that he's not in control. Oyendu is in control, and that is what we must push across. I am second in command. When there are issues that I can deal with immediately and deal with as second in command that does not need the input of Oyendu, I deal with them because I know he has taught me how to deal with those issues. But if there are so weighty issues that we need the first in command to make an input, I will act according to his instructions. And as I'm speaking to you, Oyendu is seized of the allegations about his head of finance. I know the instructions as he told me to carry out. Based on that, he has not asked me to remove anybody, and I cannot remove anybody because Oyendu, people are going around saying, I said it on my broadcast. And I'm very disappointed. If you go around, you're talking about what is it called? Autopilot. What is the meaning of autopilot? Autopilot when the leader is there. Are we deliberately trying to isolate him? That now we are running autopilot. No, there is a vacuum of leadership. I said it on my because that is what they want us to do. We must push it all the time that the Oyendu is in charge. That is what scares the enemy. If we reduce his authority, we are putting him in danger. And I cannot be part of that. So until he tells me.
So I hope, Maz, I hope you heard it from for Chika Edoziem that if you reduce the authority of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are putting him in danger. So check was there illegal going what is praying around about Salmone or what is trying to do. But Kainaga, Biafrans, I thank you all for listening. I say please share and like. You know, in IPOB we disagree to agree. I think most of us will take something home from this our interactive debate. You know, Mazi Onyebuchi is formidable come late. No, there's no two ways about that. But sometimes Mazi miss a different view, and now man with different view does not mean that somebody will awugolu sabo or awugolu opposition. No, but we discuss and come into conclusion and move ahead. Mazi, thank you so much. Udodi, Udodi, one love. Yeah, Udodi Mazi. Yeah. Right. So Biafrans, ekene m unu, asị m ekene dịrị unu, huh? Please share and like. You know, almost 3 hours we spent. Almost 3 hours. You know, this is wonderful. So let's share and like.
Nandi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2. Now Python that's 3. Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2. Now Python that's 3. Unapoli Mary Nandi bu onye du Ipob. O Mary wone nizu mbiro ya. Abakare Mamanda Ora Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2. Now Python that's 3. Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2. Now Python that's 3. Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2. Now Python